So hey, Patrick Powers is here with incredible people from Vidify and our amazing uplines, Ryan Stokes and Stephen Keller. And I just wanted to, before we go into tonight's training, I really want to take a moment to just say thank you for everyone's effort here, because it's just going amazing. Now points are just going up, 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 up every day. It's exceeding my expectations for our launch. And when something like this happens, where we really have, like, first of all, we have a launch and it's going amazing. What's really important is that we all ride on that. One of the things that I remember I learned from one of the most successful people in the industry, he said, which by the way, back then, it's kind of funny, he taught me two things. He says there's first time rich in any field, first time successful. They think that everything is just gonna last forever, right? And nothing lasts forever, I can tell you that. I heard that, but I never listened to it, okay? Then the second thing he said, like, if you hit a wave, you ride that wave as long and as hard as you can, right? I also didn't listen to that really. I rode that wave for a little while, the first wave I had in network marketing, and then I would kind of lay back and say, hey, everything's going to take care of itself, right? And well, the thing is that even if you have good volume and growth, you really don't have a really secure network marketing business until you have established leadership in 3 legs. Okay, so that's what you could be working on to establish that leadership in 3 legs. Just because you have volume, that volume can go away from one moment to the next. But what I really want you guys to be focusing on is that now we're on that wave. We're on a wave. Let's ride that wave. Let's really push it, because the more results you get, the more excitement grows and the more belief grows. And belief is everything in network marketing. It's literally about everything that we do, telling stories, building systems, like everything is to support having better belief or more belief, because with belief comes activity. It's as simple as that. If people believe that, hey, these products really makes a difference for people, and hey, I can make a significant difference for my financial future forever. If you really truly believe that, you would go out and talk to everyone, right? So tonight, I wanted to focus. I asked Ryan and Stephen to come and share some things about what we can do right now to take extra advantage of this wave and really push even more, because it's always easier to sell a business that is going well. Does that make sense? So the more results we create right now, the easier it's gonna be to sell the business to everybody else. Because, like, when you're talking to somebody, you can say, look, this business, like, for example, like Shane shared yesterday, that the business grown 300% in what did he say, in the last 5 months or something, like 300%, right? I mean, is that amazing or what, right? That's proof. It's proof this business is working, and the more proof we have like that, the easier it becomes. So one thing I want to say before, and I hope that both Stephen and Ryan will talk about a little bit about this as well, is that we have a huge opportunity, especially in Europe, with people that came in early and have not really been in touch with us lately, doesn't know. I literally today texted somebody who made an order a long time ago and said, hey, do you know that we opened in Europe last week? And then we have free shipping. He said, no idea. Right? And he says, oh, I will make an order right away. Boom. Right? Just like that. And so there's a huge opportunity, but also in general, I know from experience that people are making a big error. I did a training on it, a recorded training earlier today. I posted about the languaging when you reach out to team members to get them involved, because this is one of the biggest challenges in network marketing, is actually getting your team members really involved in the process, getting into the team, getting to the trainings and so on. And what I found out is that, and I used to make this error. I just told my team members, hey, if you need any help, reach out. And I found out that just doesn't work, right? So for me, I'll share what I do, and then I'll give the word to Ryan and Stephen, and you can take over and say more about what you do to get people involved and get them to really make a push in a time like this. But for me, I simply ask people, look, I tell them, look, I have some really exciting news to share, and so I have some ideas that I know could really significantly grow your business. Would you like to hear what it is? It's very hard to say, no, I wouldn't like to know what ideas you have that can significantly grow my business. It's very hard to say no to. Does that make sense? But if you just say, hey, reach out if you need help. Lots of people, they have a challenge with asking for help. So if you say reach out if you need help, you'll 80 and 90% won't do it because they feel funny about it. But if you say, look, I have some ideas that could explode your business, would you like to hear it? Almost everybody will say, yes, I would like to hear it. And I'll say, if you then don't know how to handle that situation, just set up a meeting with the upline. And so, hey, let's get on with my upline and we can cover it together. Then you can learn in the process as you're letting your upline do the work. Does it make sense? That's what I kind of had like the most significant tip for this week and to have extra growth here in this time. And just one more thing. You really don't know how many people there potentially are there and how fast you could potentially grow. I've seen this again and again. People I just never thought that they would do anything. And just with a little bit of interaction with them and the right interaction, you can reinvigorate people, you can re-inspire them, you can grow their belief and get them involved again. So don't feel funny. Oh, and I want both you and Ryan and Stephen to cover this. Like, why is people not reaching out to people in their 3rd, 4th, 5th, 10th level? I know you're going to cover that, Ryan, some tap rooting, right? So with that, folks, this is incredibly exciting times, and just listen to what Ryan and Stephen has to say tonight, because everything that comes out of them is just gold nuggets, and then run with it. And I apologize that I have to run a little bit early. And with that, Ryan, take it away, man. Let's hear some amazing things that can.
Hey, I mean, you hit a lot of points that different things that I was going to talk about. Momentum is huge, right? All of Vitafy is really at a great point. The EU market is just at a point that is magnified, right? It's got a little bit more energy. It's got a little bit different conversation. You get to use different words. So momentum is huge in sports, and everything that I did as coaching. You fight like crazy to get it, and then you fight like crazy to keep it, right? And so we want to keep it, and to keep it, you need to be intentional. And Patrick's already said intentionality, right? We need to be intentional in what we're doing. And so that is you taking your business and going, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to be intentional with my business, and I'm going to grow, and I'm going to take the greatest thing ever in network marketing in momentum, and I'm going to double down with it, right? We have great product, we have great community, and then you tie momentum to it. It's awesome. So we got to be very intentional, right? Intentional on getting someone on the phone, intentional on sending out a text, right? Intentional on sending a voicemail through Messenger, right? And then very intentional on the people we're looking for. If you've already got a group that's below you, you've already got a group that you've introduced to it, maybe they didn't join yet, maybe they haven't tried it yet, but the conversation's already been there. Guess what? That's a warm market. They've already said, hey, I want more. Hey, I'm interested. So it makes the conversation, if for those of you who really struggle with just a cold message, or maybe just the conversation in general, guess what? These people have already raised their hand and said, hey, Patrick, tell me more. And I love when people not initiate, but people have already said, hey, I want to know more, right? And so now you get to go through and have those conversations. But I'm telling you, if you just make a post, you just throw it out there and you hope the world takes care of it, odds are it's not, okay? It's time to be very intentional. It's time to take action, right? Because I'm telling you, as you go, you're going to get fatigued, right? Guess what? as you get fatigued, I know this as a coach, and y'all might disagree with me, but I'll argue with you forever. When you get fatigued, you do not fall back on your trainings and the classes you took and all the things. Guess where you fall back on? Your habits. And if you have poor habits, guess what? You become very unintentional, because intentionality is a great habit to have. All right. Hold on just a second. Let me admit them. All right. So here's where we're at. So intentionality needs to take place. My whole focus here, and I'm gonna let Stephen run whichever way he wants to go, was taprooting. I learned that the easiest way to take a group, because I'm going to focus on a group that's already here, right? That's what I'm focused on. The easiest way to grow your business is just to find someone that you can get excited and lock arms with. It's even better when you reach down your team and you get someone excited, because here's how the conversation works. First conversation, you reach out to so-and-so, and you better come prepared to this conversation. So do the work, get in your back office and look where they're at. See if there's any volume there. See if they're close to a rank. See if they're doing anything, right? See if they did something in the past. Once you have that info, reach out to them, say, hey, so-and-so, name doesn't matter. Hey, Betty, right? Hey, Betty, if she had success in the past and just gone dormant, Betty, hey, remember we got started, everything was going well, and go through the conversation and talk about her, edify her in a way that she's like, well, yeah, I remember when we were having success. Don't magnify the problem. Don't talk about those issues. Talk about her successes, and then go, did you realize, and Patrick's already said it, that we have officially launched in the EU? We are there. We are shipping from Amsterdam, right? I think that's where we're shipping from, right? Have that conversation with them, come with the notes, come with the knowledge, and go, I would love to lock arms with you and get you going again. Talk about the potential that's there. My players that go and then they just kind of fall off because things didn't go the way they hoped. Anytime I've ever gone to them, I said, listen, this is what I see in you. This. You showed me this, and this. If we take what I see in you and what you've already done, we can really double down here, and then also take the excitement of new, the excitement of getting going. Here's why I love to reach really deep. If I go get that person excited and we start working, guess which way the volume flows? Up. Guess what you get to do to the next person that maybe is not as deep? Hey, so-and-so, did you see Betty? She is flat getting after it. She is doing this, and this. I've been working with her. I would love to lock arms with you and get going, and you can use the volume that's coming through and double down on it with momentum. And this, like, start using the team as a tool and as a resource and as a excitement, as a spark plug to someone else, right? So that's why I always work way down, because then I can work my way back up and go, hey, look what's going on here. Look what's going on here. And then when you get a couple of them, maybe you go back to, maybe you had a premiere that just boomed and then disappeared. Hey, you remember when you were premiere? You remember what we were doing? You remember how exciting that was? Have you seen your volume lately? Have you looked? And you can use names and specifics. Does that make sense? Like, I was taught to taproot after being a couple years into network marketing, and I had made a comment of, man, I can't seem to, I've got all these people, and they're like, hey, Ryan, number one, you got to keep recruiting. You have to go find new people. You got to, you can't stop. All right. You can't stop recruiting, but you have a gold mine that's there. As you continue to recruit and go, you can then start looking for people and just start finding those and show them what they did, show them how easy they did it or how simple it was. I don't like easy, how simple it was when it was tough. Now we've got things falling in line. Now we got things in place. I remember when I was you guys and we just got everything figured out in the United States, and how I was just like, oh, it's on now. Like, it is on. We're going to go, right? And we started getting to people, and I had already been going, but like, it doubled my excitement because I had a website that looked better. It was in English, right? We were shipping from the United States. All those things that everyone had used as an excuse to walk away, I hadn't. And I got to come back to them and go, hey, remember all those things that were an issue? They're a lot less now. Look at what we got. Let me show them, because a lot of people just don't know what we have. Because when people check out, oh, I'm done. They check out and like it dings and the group's going and they don't even notice it anymore because they've already taken their eyes somewhere else. It's really easy to take eyes and bring them back when they've already been there before.
Hey, Ryan, can I just ask you, I know a lot of people that have a challenge calling somebody further down in their team, like 3, 4, 5 levels down. Like what is it that's the issue? Why do they don't do it, and how can they overcome the discomfort about calling further down?
Well, I'd say the reason why most people don't taproot down or look down is, number one, that no one likes rejection. So that's why people usually don't share, right? They're afraid, hey, if I reach down to this person, they're like, who are you? Right? Or they're gonna say no. So that rejection kind of pushes. But the other thing is people don't like unfamiliar. Unfamiliar causes them problems. And so when they see someone, they're like, I don't know. If you look through your line and it's all dead, I don't care how deep you want to go. Right? But here's what I'll tell you. If reaching down really deep down and taprooting causes you anxiety, like, oh, I just can't do it. If you have anyone in that line between you and them that is active, there's power in numbers. Grab the other person, throw them in a chat with you. Hey, Betty, I noticed with Patrick that you were killing it one time, and I see there that you liked what we were doing. Are you still interested in this? Because I'm telling you, Patrick was telling me you were a rock star, and he was telling me about your potential. And go on that. Once again, I went back to edifying, bragging on, telling them. But because I was a little nervous, I grabbed Patrick to go with me, and I've got a little power in numbers. I got a little confident, and then Patrick can then hop in, right? And he can go. So there's nothing wrong with doing that. But I'm just going to tell you right now, if there's no one between you and them, there should be nothing that says to you, I can't reach down to them. Is there a thing that you feel like, well, that's their team? No, we're all a team together. Okay, we're all a team together. And if there's no one there, then go. If there is someone in between, just go, hey, I saw so-and-so. I'd really love to reach out to them, and let's see if we can get them going and help you out and really start to build. You want to join me in this conversation, right? If you want to show them honor because they are active and they are doing stuff, show them honor. I promise you they'll join, right? They'll join in that conversation.
Yeah. Hey, I want to share something like how I changed my attitude towards being a leader, my team and everything, and it changed everything. And I don't know how to actually say this without, maybe it sounds like I'm shaming people a little bit. So I apologize for that in advance. But here's the deal. When you sign someone up, it's your responsibility to help them. Right. And that's how before, when I signed somebody up, I was thinking, hey, I'm going to sign somebody up and I'm going to make money. And you know what? And then I completely changed that to like, no. Like when I sign somebody up, it's my almost sacred responsibility to do everything that I can to make that person successful. And that also means that the people that they sign up and the people that they sign up and the people that they sign up. Right. So like it's my damn responsibility. So sometimes it's also uncomfortable for me to reach out to someone in the 5th or the 10th level. It is. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable being a leader. Like life is uncomfortable. Work is uncomfortable. It's like it's uncomfortable getting up 7 o'clock in the morning and go to shitty job that you hate. Right. So, but we do it anyway. So I just say like, look. Take your responsibility seriously as a leader. It is your responsibility to help them. If you are in a position that you can impact them. So please do that.
Right. And that intentionality, because a lot of people won't watch a video. A lot of people won't get into that you taking your time to reach, right. And show them that you care. It means a lot. Yeah. It does. And when we realize that we don't own people, I'm not responsible for your business. I'm responsible for mine. You're responsible for yours. But I want to help you if I can chase after your dreams, right? And if you want my help, I'll run. But they're not going to know that your help's available if you don't take the time to have a conversation. So I can post it in a main chat, or I can throw it out there to the world all I want. But a direct message says a lot more than just saying, hey, I'm available if you want. Hey, I'm here. I'm ready to go. Right? What can I do to serve you?
By the way, you have an incredible fresh story. Like I'm at a hotel now, just had a meeting with an amazing couple, which I think the lady, she's going to take UK by storm. I really, and Europe. Met her at a networking event the second time, Monday. Lots of people there at the networking event. They saw the drops, wanted to try them, just like, oh, just have a few drops in a glass of water. And she contacted me the next morning. She said, I've had pain in my knee for a long time, and last night I walked home almost without pain. I want to get involved with this. And she's actually been in network marketing before, which I didn't know. and so her and her husband has like a drone video shooting company. But she says, I've been looking for something like this on the side. So how amazing is that? You just don't know when you carry the bottles around, and when you have intention, I should say intentionality, just share everybody. And sometimes amazing things will happen. So anyway.
I would say of the whole community, Patrick, you probably are the most intentional that I've noticed. I mean, like you leave home and you just go to a different country to talk to someone.
Yes.
Not that I'm amazed. I am amazed. I've seen you just grab the phone. Someone need to talk to somebody, like I'll call them. You know, like your business. I mean, like you're chasing it like it's the last thing. Like if I don't make it, we don't make it. You know, like it's a must. And if we could get that fire in, crap, if I need that fire, like it needs to be a must. Like I'm gonna wake up today, I'm gonna serve the Lord, and I'm gonna build my business. Like if I don't, I'm out. Like I'm losing. Like you have a fire and you're very intentional. So I'm gonna brag on you a little bit. You need to be bragged
Thanks,
on. Like,
man.
you call
And
people,
hey,
text them, and it's nuts.
Before I go, I want to share like how do you get that fire? Because lots of people probably say, well, I don't have that fire, and I don't think I can get it. Look, I don't have that fire naturally. It's something I build. I build it and very intentionally by choosing who I hang around and the information I put into my brain. Right. So, I will choose to come to these trainings. I choose to listen to the replays. And also like, I used to watch a lot of Netflix and all kinds of movies and whatever, just to entertain. And these days I watch something that builds myself up. For example, the new documentary with Arnold, the one that is recently about the Tour de France, the one about the tennis players, something where the people that really they go for something almost impossible, and they still make it, and they keep on going, setback after setback, and they just keep on going. Like I just constantly I immerse myself in an environment where there's people that have that fire, and that's how I build it, and that's how I maintain it. And you know what? You can easily lose it. Just take a couple of weeks off and outside of that environment, and I'm back to, oh, I don't want to work today. Or it's like, oh my God, I have to pick up the phone and call someone. Why can't the team do anything? Why are they so lazy? Right? Like that's why I'm back. If I get out of that a couple of weeks, and you build it, right? And so yeah, I just want to say it's not something that comes by itself. You have to build it.
Right. It goes back to what I said at the start. You just proved it.
Yeah.
We're going to fall back to our default poor habits if we don't create new ones. And so he's done a great job at creating habits that when things do get rough, I know I need to stay close. I know I need to be constant learner, a lifelong learner, all those things. Yeah. Stephen, you got anything you want to add?
Oh, hey, before I go, like this new series about, I can't remember what it's called, these tennis players, top tennis players. One of them, she's like number 2 in the world, and she's sharing how she has depression and anxiety, and she's dealing with a lot of it, and like a lot of shit is going on in her her head, and she's number 2 in the world. But even though she has all those challenges, she still goes out there and pushes every day. And just remember that if you feel that, oh, you have all these negative thoughts and you're not confident, it's okay. There are lots of other people are exactly the same thing, or have exactly the same problem. They just still go out there and go for it anyway. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys, I'm gonna shoot. Thank you so much. Let's kick some ass. Let's end the month absolutely amazingly. I'm here for you. Take care, everyone.
Two things I was thinking about as we're talking. One, spend some time in Hawaii, and if you've ever done any body surfing or surfing, it's a really interesting thing in terms of the return on a certain amount of effort. Okay, so if a wave is coming and if I feel the wave and I'm paddling, I'm like, well, I'm paddling and I didn't catch the wave, right? If the wave comes and I paddle just a little bit harder, all of a sudden you got it, right? And there can be a huge return on investment based on the amount of like zeal and focus you put in, right? It can be really huge. So just keep that in mind. The second thing that comes to mind is that a lot of you might go, okay, I'm going to reach out to people. And most of the people you reach out to won't actually respond or do anything. And you'll think that it's not working or you're doing something wrong. When in fact, that's just normal, right? It's just normal. Keep in mind, if you want an opportunity where you can make a lot of money, by definition, it can't be the average person is not going to do it, and it can't be easy. But that has to be in there if it's a really good opportunity, because economics simply states like if everyone could really do it and it wasn't that difficult, then the amount we would have to pay you to do that drops dramatically. Does that make sense? So don't be discouraged, because you just need a few key players to get lit on fire to do something. Okay. The other thing is that it's great just to, in very simple ways, remind people how good the product actually is. People will forget. Like, I love Patrick's story. Like, can't get a hold of somebody? Man, text them, but also text them a picture. Most recent picture of somebody's before and after wound on their foot healing, just something crazy to get their attention. They're like, oh my God, I forgot how good this stuff is. But in all of this, don't get caught up in, well, what am I going to say? That's not the important thing. The important thing is the energy, passion with which you say whatever you're about to say. Right. I used to have an upline, very successful network marketing. He says, look, I came to America from Hong Kong with no English and no money. And he goes, still don't have English, but I have money now. And he would recruit people, and they'd be like, his name was Steve Lee. They'd be like, Steve, have no idea what you just said, but it sounds exciting. I think I'm in. His broken English, they couldn't understand it. So here's an interesting trick to think about. Sometimes the key is to actually get people on the phone. A lot of people, they don't answer the phone these days. Text me, whatever. So how do you actually engage with them, right? So for example, if I called Ryan and I'm like, hey, Ryan, look, just want to leave you a voicemail. Got some important things I want to share with you about Patrick. Click. Ryan's like, what? What is it? Is he going to call me? Of course he's going to call me, because he's super curious. Does that make sense? So that is sometimes sometimes it's like you almost have to tease people with something where they're like, I'm just calling back because I just need to know. I'm just super curious on what's going on. Does that make sense? So that's an idea. But again, passion and focused effort. This much effort might give you this much return. This much effort might give you this much return. Okay, it's worth it to double down sometimes. For example, I just haven't been very efficient in working at home. Yesterday, I had a bunch of stuff I needed to do. I finally went to a coffee shop and I got focused, and I accomplished more in that 3 hours of super focus than I had in, like, I had stuff on my to-do list for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And finally I'm like, boom, boom. Yeah. I mean, I profited probably off the 3 or 4 hours work I did yesterday. I probably profited $6,000. But I just had to get focused, right? So sometimes you have to think of yourself like, okay, what can I do to be super focused? Maybe even it's just for an hour, 2 hours, that's it, and then walk away. You go, okay, I'm done for the day. But compress it down. It's huge. So
Right. Love it. Love it. All right. So action steps, the same as like tap rooting and going down. Guys, you need to reach out to people. Intentionality, really go reach out to them and share with some excitement where you're at and where we're going, right? So just like you're telling people, reminding people of, hey, this is what we're doing, right? Hey, did you know? So we're telling people that have already been here and have gone a little dormant. Hey, did you know this is where we're at? This is what we're doing. The same thing goes to anyone else, right? Anyone else, you can reach out. Hey, share your vision, share where you're going, share it with some energy and some passion. And I promise you, they're going to be interested. When we started, multiple times, I've relaunched multiple times, right? I have gone and told people where I was going and did it with some excitement. And people are like, yeah, I want to go. Where are we going? This is where we're going. What is it? And I've already joined and like, okay, what did I join? Where are we going? Right? So this is where we're going. Cast that vision, but take some intentionality, reach out to people. So your action step is, if you had a team or you have a team, reach out and make sure they know things have changed, right? Any of the new people that have ever shown interest, right? Go back through your messenger, go through it. Hey, did anyone ask questions? Who is this person? Who's this person? Reach back out to them. Oh, just wanted to reach out and give you an update of where we're at and where we're going, right? And then the new people, all the new people that you're reaching out, as you make a new post, as they raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested, or have you see people that have those 4 pain points? They're needing more sleep. They need joint pain, body aches to go away. They need mental clarity. They need energy. See, anyone that posts looking for that, I'm telling you, in my mind, I see that as a raised hand saying, hey, I'm interested in what you have. They've told the whole world they're struggling. Reach out to them. Hey, I saw your post. I believe I can help. Check out this video and tell me what you think. Or, hey, I saw your post. Hey, what do you know about curcumin? Have you ever used it? I come back with an answer. Hey, check out this video. Send them the technology video. Hey, I've got a great group for you. Invite them to Disruptive Wellness. Tag them in a post, right? Go through, do the do. Okay. I think Ulrike wanted to say something. I saw a hand. You're muted. There we go.
Hi. Hello, everybody. Great to see you on the call. I just want to tell you that what Ryan is telling, it really works. I have signed up 6 new entrepreneurs this month, 1 customer, and someone is reaching out to me just as we speak, who also wants to hop in. And it's all through social media. So I'm really surprised. Everyone can share my posts if they want to. I have scripts if you want to use them. They really work amazingly. And you have to give a sense of urgency. So I'm telling people you only have a discount tonight. If you're not interested, no worries, but I just wanted to tell you. And if you don't want to hear from me again, just let me know and I won't bother you. And they're all excited. And you know, of these people, I think 5 of them I didn't even know. So I'm really, really flabbergasted. And getting into flow, Stephen. Thank you for saying what's possible. And the month ain't over yet.
That's awesome, because I forgot about that. Your free shipping ends tonight. So you can also use the fear of missing out, FOMO, fear of missing out. They're gonna lose this opportunity. You can share that in a way. Hey, I'm just reaching out. I could care less if you buy or not, but I wanted you to know our free shipping ends tonight. You can go back and just hit people on that and see what you grab, right? I don't care if you buy or not. It doesn't matter to me if you buy or not, but I wanted you to know free shipping ends tonight in Europe, right? So you can go down that road too.
I can share a script in the chat if you're interested and see what you can do with it, okay?
Hey, Ulrich, I will post this as soon as I get it downloaded. I'll go post it in Team Rise. Post that
Mhm.
script. Can you post that script in those comments too?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I knew a guy, he built a 6-figure month network marketing business. In the first month he started out, he just did cold calls because he just wanted to make sure it worked before he called his friends. He was very low on details, super high on energy, and was basically like, hey Ryan, look, man, just tell me yes or tell me no, but tell me quick because I gotta go.
People feel the energy, actually. It's incredible, but they feel the energy I have and the fear of missing out. Exactly. So they just want to get in. And there's some people who just wanted to buy one bottle. And I said, that's okay. But how about thinking of getting the kit, even if it's a kit 250? Because if you want to buy in future, you will have such a large discount that you're earning it back. And what if you decide to share it and earn some extra cash? And almost everyone gets excited. It's really very incredible, but you have to really believe in yourself and go for it.
It's good.
Love it.
All right. Are we good? Everyone's happy?
I think that's good. Yeah.
I don't want to take any more of your time. I know it's getting late there. You're going to run out of time on the free shipping. So the next hour, just pound away, get your website out there to people, and see what happens in the morning when you wake up. All right. We'll see you guys. I'll post this in Team Rise just as fast as my internet will let me.